All right, question for you guys. If you had everything in the world, what would you go for? What would you try to fulfill? Would you try to achieve spiritual enlightenment? Would you try to fulfill whatever your highest purpose is? The answer to that question is kind of your highest purpose, right? So you look at your highest purpose, you see that, and what does it take to get there, right? You may not know your highest purpose, but what does it take? How do you free yourself mentally, spiritually, physically, to the point where you can fully focus on that thing? I realized after breaking down the steps I've taken to get where I am to where I am now, there are many steps to get to where I want to be, that you have to start with the basic things. Start at level 1. Start by doing the first steps that are going to benefit the later steps, right? So for example, I started with improving my health, right? Actually, let's work backwards here. My highest purpose in life, right? Change the world in some sort of way. I don't know how that is yet, but influence as many men as possible to, I know it's cliche, become the best versions of themselves, but really once I know what the best version of a man is, that is my goal, right? To make as many men become the best versions of themselves in a simply put. Anyways, how do I do that? Well, in order to do that, I need to be financially stable, right? I need to take the steps in order to where I have financial freedom, including time, financial, and location freedom, right? Those things were a necessity for me. Go back from there. You go before that, and so now go back from there. So what do you need? A vehicle to get that, right? So how do you figure out a vehicle to get that? Well, let's look on the internet and figure out people who have done it, gotten financial freedom, and the advice they're giving you to get financial freedom. Okay, let me follow those steps, right? Before that, so you need to do work, right? You need to do hard work, and you need to find the vehicle. All right, before that, what does it take to be able to do hard work? Well, you need to be able to focus, and you need to have discipline, and your brain needs to be functioning on the highest level. All right, well, how do I do that? Well, in order for my brain to function on the highest level, my body needs to function on the highest level. Okay, well, how do you do that? You learn about health. Learn how to get good sleep, how to eat the right thing, and how to exercise right? So you get those things down first. If you don't have the base, right? If you're not eating right, sleeping right, making sure you got quality relationships, not getting exercise, you don't skip the steps, okay? Or else it's gonna come back to bite you. So there it is right there, right? Get your health right so you can focus and have good discipline. Then take that focus and discipline and put it into learning how to gain financial, location, and time freedom, right? And once you have those things, then you have your full health and attention and time to focus on what matters most to you as a person, right? That's how you win in life, right? At the end of the day, it's like it is about purpose, but you can't just be a 20-year-old, and some people can, but I think it's a fallacy that you should just chase your passion. You have to get the basics down first. You have to free yourself first, right? It's gonna suck in the beginning, but as you do that, as you gain experience and free yourself, the amount of suffering you go through is the amount of knowledge you gain and the amount of credibility you have. So take a look at what you want. If you don't know your purpose, that's fine. If it's a general idea of your purpose, that's fine too. But trace back the steps to get there, right? And then just understand that you're gonna have to suffer to get there, and the more you suffer, the greater your achievements will be, right? Like literally, the answer it takes wisdom and planning and intent, but when in doubt, do things that you don't want to do. if you can think of something that makes you uncomfortable, that's hard, that is safe, generally. MMA isn't completely safe, but I think it's good. But that you don't want to do, that means it's a good idea to go fucking do it. If you're insecure about something, that means it's a good idea to do whatever you can to face that insecurity. And that sucks, I know. But yeah. Backtrack your life from your highest purpose, and then you realize that a lot of suffering is needed to get to the point where you can fulfill that purpose. So figure out the path and then execute it through suffering. That's my little night talk for y'all. Peace. Take care of yourselves.